pressure spiking, tires smoked the asphalt using brute American engineering. Defying limits, Ferrari thought untouchable. This was the story of the Ford 427 side oiler humiliating Ferrari in one race. June 19, 1966. Dawn over Le Mans. 3 Ford GT40 streak past, dominating Ferrari. But this wasn't luck, it was American brute engineering. The 427 side oiler began in the ashes of Enzo Ferrari's betrayal and Henry Ford II's personal humiliation. Ford's previous GT40s failed catastrophically at high RPMs. The top oiler design starved cranks. Bearings turned to charcoal. Bill Innes, a quiet genius at Dearborn Skunk Works, redesigned the FE block. Oil would feed the crankshaft first through a side gallery. The result? Unprecedented durability at redline. Hand-machined blocks, extra hours of labor, and radical thinking made the 427 a monster built to annihilate. Its genius lay in the oil flow, not just raw displacement power. Standard FE design sent oil to the cam first. Above 6,000 RPM, the crank starved. Innes' side oiler block rerouted oil through a longitudinal gallery along the block's left side. Bearings were fed first, valves and cam afterward. Reinforced main bearing webs, cross-bolted caps, and forged steel cranks complemented the design. The result? Engines that could sustain prolonged high RPM operation without catastrophic bottom-end failure. Early testing was brutal. Daytona laps ended in charred bearings and shredded cranks. But iteration led to near indestructibility. Engineers tracked every pressure reading, tweaked gallery diameters, and adjusted pump flow rates. Mechanics began calling it the side oiler, marveling at its reliability. Suddenly, the 427 could run where others failed. It wasn't just stronger, it was smarter, balancing airflow, heat, and pressure precisely. American muscle learned discipline from clever engineering, and every subsequent race proved its genius anew. European precision met American brute force on the racetrack next. More than building engines, it felt like Ford engineers were waging war. Ferrari's V12s were refined, light and precise. Ford's 427 was heavy, brutal, and relentless. Le Mans demanded endurance, high RPM reliability, and raw speed. The 427 side oiler gave American teams a weapon Ferrari couldn't match: sustainable power under extreme conditions. GT40s roared past competitors at top speed, oiling crises erased, torque steady, reliability absolute. Drivers felt the difference: freight train acceleration without fear of the bottom end giving out. The battle wasn't just mechanical, it was cultural. American, build it tough against European, build it elegant. When the checkered flag fell, the brute force of the side oiler had proven itself. The lesson? Brains plus brawn beat elegance alone. But the victory was only possible thanks to radical design thinking. The side oiler wasn't an accident, it was intention. Engineers rethought the FE block from first principles. Plenums, galleries, and oil routing were redesigned for efficiency. Cross-bolted mains kept the crank steady. Lifters ran solid for high RPM precision. Heat management, lubrication, and metal integrity were optimized simultaneously. Each hand-finished block cost over 200 hours, but this was racing at the edge of physics. Even minor miscalculations would destroy an engine. The 427 side oiler became a testament to foresight and patience. Every choice engineered to survive stress others couldn't. Ford's mechanics worked in concert with design, not against it, turning brute cast iron into a precision weapon. The result? A machine that could run flat out for 24 hours without compromise. Yet it wasn't just the design, but more of testing and iteration. Early track runs were brutal. Daytona laps ended in smoke, shredded bearings, and blown cranks. Each failure revealed exactly what needed fixing. Oil flow calibration, pump sizing, cross-bolting tension, and heat distribution were tweaked tirelessly. Engineers slept trackside. Drivers experienced engines that either quit or endured. The learning curve was steep, but it produced resilience. Every dyno test, every practice lap, forced adjustments to tolerances previously considered untouchable. The side oiler's design evolved in response to real-world abuse. Testing was as much warfare as the race itself. By 1966, the GT40 Mk2 with a side oiler block could run flat out for 24 hours at Le Mans without a single mechanical failure, something no previous Ford engine had achieved. American engineering had finally met the extreme endurance demands of European racing, proving raw brute force could coexist with precision engineering at the highest level. With endurance proven, history awaited on the world stage. The 427 side oiler reshaped performance culture. Its lubrication system became a blueprint for future high RPM racing engines. NASCAR domination, GT40 endurance, and drag strip legends proved it could deliver raw power reliably. Mechanics, tuners, and engineers revered its design logic. Feed the bottom first, survive the stress, extract every bit of horsepower. Engine builders studied main bearing galleries, oil pump sizing, and crank first delivery as a standard for durability. The 427's architecture informed subsequent small block and big block developments, influencing decades of performance engineering. Today, collectors, restorers, and performance enthusiasts still chase that cast iron anchor, knowing its genius lies not in sheer numbers but in enduring innovation. The 427's story became more than wins, as it was an education in how American ingenuity can take brute materials and make them immortal. Even decades later, its lessons echo in modern engine design. The side oiler was a 1960s marvel, and it foreshadowed modern engineering. Today, CFD simulations, AI-driven lubrication mapping, and endurance testing all trace their philosophy to Ford's radical 427 experiments. Cast iron, hand-machined galleries, and relentless iteration taught engineers lessons still relevant. Every bearing, oil passage, and pump calibration became a study in reliability under extreme RPM. Engines evolved, rules changed, and racing grew more technical. But the mind that prioritized bottom-end survival above all remained unmatched. The 427 side oiler was more than an engine. It was a mindset. Endurance, intelligence, and brute power combined into a machine that could beat the odds and shape the future of performance. Its shadow still looms in workshops, racetracks, and the hearts of enthusiasts who chase mechanical perfection.